Good evening, Mr. President. This is round two, and we're going to talk to you about what did Jeffrey Epstein talk to you about on the airplane. Well, first of all, I want to apologize to the American people. When I tried to talk to you the other day about what happened to me on that airplane, it's cold and simple. I was on that plane, and Mr. Epstein gave me some acknowledgement and told me to use that. Now I'm going to tell you if you want to hear the truth, and maybe this could help you with your investigation. Now, Jeffrey told me that he had some toothpicks. Toothpicks, the kind you put in your mouth, get the food out. He said he had some toothpicks. And those old ladies that we had working in that White House needed to be replaced with some young tenderonis. Now, America, he's a smart man. He's a very interesting man. I want you to listen to me good. He said, if I take that toothpick, I poke those old ladies with that toothpick around there, the old office, that toothpick will break. And he gave me those toothpicks, and I fell asleep on that plane. And I woke up because I had a crook in my neck. I said, oh, I had a crook in my neck. And this girl came from nowhere. I think her name was Shelda. But she came from nowhere. And she started rubbing my neck and felt so good to me. I thought about my toothpick, and I took out my toothpick and I poked her shoulder with that toothpick. And the toothpick didn't break. But see, those old people at the White House in that old office, when I stuck them with that toothpick, it broke in half. So I had to get rid of it. From both sides, America wanted me, and my tenderoni was me in that White House. Now, it was one tenderoni around there, and she was under my desk, and she done something to me when I was in the office, and you impeached me for what she done to me. Now that was a tenderoni. My lawyers is kicking me under the table, they're kicking me, but I'm trying to tell you the truth. So my conscience is clear. Never got a chance to get my hands on that girl. That was a good tenderoni there, I tell you. I think her name was Shona. I'm not sure about that. They say my lawyers is kicking me. So I got one over here and I got one over here. And I'm kicking me because they don't want me to tell you what I told them. I would love to get my hands on that tenderoni. I'm telling you. But see, the thing of it is, I went to sleep and woke up, and that tenderoni got that crook out my neck. I said, I need to find that girl. So I went to Jeffrey's house, and I was looking for him. I was going to ask him, how could I find that girl? She's a good girl. I wish I could find her. She's one tenderoni if I could find that girl. But see, Jeffrey wasn't home, and I didn't go back no more. And then, but see, they impeached me from out the White House is what I want to get to. Let me get me a drink of water so you can hear me good. Yeah, they impeached me. Mr. President, you got to put that water on. Father, let's see, I'm going to tell you what happened here. You impeached me. Let me put my water down so you can hear me. See, last time you couldn't hear me because I needed that safe water. But they impeached me. And then they called my wife Hillary. Y'all know who Hillary is, Secretary of State. And they snitched on me and told Hillary about that girl on that airplane. Now this is right after the impeachment, so you did all that to me. You did all that to me. You got me kicked out that White House. Then you snitched on me. And now 25 years later, you come back saying it's a girl on that airplane that rubbed my neck. And she did a good job. I tell you, I like that girl that rubbed my neck. She rubbed my neck. I wish I could find her. I think that girl's name is Shoney. If I could get my hands on Shoney. But I'm going to keep it honest with you. I hope everything that I've told you could be helpful to you so you could leave me the fuck alone. Because you... Mr. President, can you put the water down? Well, it says one thing, you're going to stop talking to me with that deep voice like you're scaring me. You ain't going to scare me, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you today. See, today is my day to get some peace in here. You got me kicked out my house, and now you're back again, snitching on me about the girl on the airplane. That makes me wonder that if I had kept that job at the White House, and you wouldn't impeach me, makes me want to do things that I have no business doing. I wish I'd have been running through that White House with my dangling out, and then you'll have reason to be looking for me. But right now, leave me alone because Hillary is mad at me behind these files, these Epstein files, and I want her to go away. Now, if you want to do something for me, you find that girl, that tenderoni that I wanted, and bring her to me. And then find out what happened with me after that. Because I'd really like to get my hands on that tenderoni. I tell you, and I'm glad that y'all came here to see me. And I hope I gave you all you needed. And it's all you're going to hear from me. The next time, talk to the other people that was on that plane. There was other people on that plane and the island, and I've never been there. And again, I don't care who comes to that White House. I don't hang around the door, and you don't come to see me when you come there. Because I'm not going to be saying, who is it? I'm the president. I'm way in the back, and you're going to ask me, who comes to that White House? You got 8,500 people work there. And they could be coming to see anybody. Don't have to be me. And the man, all he done is gave me a toothpick. And I used that toothpick, and I still use it today. Because I told you, I want me to understand around this.